What is up, YouTube? It is the Ville Outdoors here. Today is March 21st of 2021. I am here at the ultra top secret trout spot for wild trout, and I wasn't planning on going fishing today because it's a Sunday. Everyone, or mostly everyone, has off on Sunday, and anyone who wants to fish is going to fish, especially on a day like today. The weather is beautiful outside. It's not too windy at all. We got crystal clear skies and the water is looking beautiful today. And on top of that, the Farmer's Almanac actually says that this morning is one of the best days of the month to fish. So that would explain why when I got here, there was 3 other cars already here. So I was a little late to the party today. And because of those other 3 cars, I left my fly rod in the car, so I figured if I was going to catch any fish, I was going to stick to what I'm good at. So I got the usual spinning combo here, the ugly Stik GX2 6-foot medium light rod with the Daiwa Ninja 2000 LT reel, Leland lures, S.O.S trout line, 4-pound monofilament line, and we got the mini magnet. Now, my first outing of this year, I used the mini magnet, but I didn't have the actual bodies that went on the jig heads. So now I have the jig head and the body itself. And look how tiny that thing is. It's like half the size of a trout magnet. And if these fish are gonna bite, they should bite on this mini magnet. It's such a finesse presentation. It looks exactly like some of the grubs and larvae that these wild trout feed on, because there's not a whole lot of bait fish in this creek, which is why the fish don't get very big here. They kind of stay between the 3 to 8 inch range is where they kind of max out at. But we're going to try and get to fishing here and hopefully land a few fish. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video, stick with it, and hopefully we have some good luck today. Alright guys, I've seen a few fish but haven't had any solid bites yet. Haven't seen anybody else catch fish yet either, so I'm gonna head downstream a little bit, see what I can see, and hopefully get a few bites. Get up here. Oh, yes. Stay still, buddy. I'm gonna let you go. Come on. Relax. Relax. Hey, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Stay still. Look at that beautiful wild brown trout right there. Ate the mini magnet. Let's go, baby. Let's go ahead and take a picture and release this guy. Alright guys, let's go ahead and hook this guy. Got him unhooked. Now let's bring him down to the water here. Alright, here he goes. Give him some time, let him back and forth, and there he goes. Off to swim another day. Beautiful fish. Got him right underneath that log there. It was a pain to get the cast right, but once I got it, we caught a fish that came on the red mini magnet. I'll have to get my rod back because now I'm sunk in some mud. But that was our first one of the day. Right underneath this lay down here, I had to situate myself the right way, and I just got the right flick right underneath that log. You can see the logs protruding into the water quite a ways, and he was sitting right underneath that, came out, smashed the red mini magnet. I'm glad that was working, because there was no way I would have been able to master a fly cast in there. It is possible if you're a skilled fly fisherman, but I'm not quite there yet with the skill level. Let me just give you guys a closer look of what that fish came from. I think I ruined that spot by sinking in that quicksand, but that is the mini magnet right there. Tiny little thing. I went with the red color because the natural one seemed like it wasn't getting enough attention, it wasn't sticking out. So I think something red that was still a little bit natural, maybe looks like a little earthworm, might be a bit better. So I tied that one on and caught a fish, and I do have a split shot about 12 inches above that mini magnet there. We're gonna see if we can catch another one today, but I am happy just to catch one because this is at least today, it's going to be a pressured spot. During the fouler weather, you won't see as many people venture out to this spot, but there's definitely a few people here today. All right, guys, see a couple fish in this deep pocket in front of me. Let's see if I can get a good cast on them and maybe get a bite. But I gotta stand back quite a ways because my shadow is now in front of me instead of behind me at this particular angle. So I gotta watch that that shadow doesn't cast over the water too far. And I cast it straight into the weeds. That's what happens when you have a lot of line out. All right, take two. That was a bit better. Let's get that over the pocket more. See one going for it. Is he gonna take it? Oh, I just had a bite. Dang. He bit on the way up, not the drift. All right, let's see if we can get that right again. I don't know if we're gonna get lucky enough. Can't believe that one bit on the way up. It was a much smaller fish, but it was a fish for sure. The fish, but he's stuck under these logs. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get him out. Doing some acrobatics here. Come on, get out of there. I don't know if he's still hooked. I think he might have gotten off. Oh, I see him. Come on. Get out. Get out. My line was tangled underneath those logs about a foot deep with a fish on it. So I cut the footage, I threw the GoPro up on the bank, and I reached down with my bare hands and followed my line through, and I grabbed the fish with my bare hands, and I pulled it up, cut my line with my teeth, and successfully rescued the fish. And now we got two on the board today. But you wouldn't believe me if I didn't show you. So my arm is completely soaked, you can see that, and I'll show you the fish, a picture of the fish right after this clip, because obviously I didn't get the fish on camera because my GoPro would have been completely soaked and ruined if I did that. But yeah, we successfully got our fish. That's our second one of the day. I am now drenched in water, but it is all right. We are successful. Well, guys, I got retied back in action here. We're just continuing our way downstream of this creek, hoping to come across some more wild brown trout. Now, if anything deserves to subscribe, I think that last fish catch does. If I do say so myself, I put a little too much effort into it, but we got the job done. And that's how we do things around here. We don't cut corners. No, we don't. Either we're catching fish or we're going down hard. Here, that is not, oh, it is a wild trout. We didn't catch them though. We kind of snagged them. Come here. Hey. Relax, I'm gonna help you. We caught him right on the underbelly. All right, there's the wild trout. We foul hooked. Oh no. All right, let's go ahead and release this guy. All right, we got that little foul hooked trout released. I don't even know how he managed to hook himself on the underbelly. He kind of went up and swiped at it and just kind of caught himself in the stomach. He was trying to bypass the mouth and just go straight to his belly. That didn't work out for him too well, but he swam back all right, so we were good to go. All right guys, haven't had too much action since that last one that I foul hooked. I was just fishing the hole above this one I'm standing at right now, and got a couple fouls there, but no actual strikes. Changed the battery in the GoPro. I haven't figured out whether I'm just gonna fish this side and fish until I get to the end, which is coming up pretty soon, or whether I'm gonna try and fish the other side too. The other side's a little more pressured. That's the word I was looking for. So we'll see what we end up doing. Maybe we'll just give it a peek over there, see how busy it is, and then we'll either let it go or just keep on fishing. Guys, I've been walking around this creek quite a bit. Haven't had much interest, but I just had a good follow from bigger fish, probably one of the bigger trout I've seen today. So hopefully we can entice that one to come back. I see him down there just kind of toying with my mini magnet. They're giving it good looks, but they're not really committing to it per se. All right guys, well I made it to the end. Did not hook another fish. Saw a lot of white suckers, but not a lot of trout. So I'm gonna walk to the other side, maybe fish a little bit on the way out, kind of do some sight fishing, use my eyes to see if I can spot some nice fish that might be ready to bite. But other than that, I think it might be close to calling it for the day. I've been out quite a while, but we caught 2.5 fish, so I can't complain about that. I call the other one a half because we kind of foul hooked it, but it did go for the bait, so that's what matters. It just got it in the wrong spot, but that's all right. With that being said, I'm gonna walk to the other side here, see if I can make something happen before we call it a day. All right guys, that is gonna do it for today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. I was gonna try the other side, but there is a couple people fishing over there. I think it's the same people I was running into earlier. I'm talking pretty quiet just because it is so quiet out here. But yeah, we caught the first fish. That was the start of things. It came on the red mini magnet. As you can see, I had the yellow mini magnet tied on now. Didn't work out too well down at the far end, but that red one caught that first fish underneath that laydown, and the second fish came down on the laydown shortly after. That one gave us a bit more trouble. We had to do some digging and diving to catch that one, but we did end up getting it. We didn't surrender. We didn't cut the line. We got the fish, rescued the fish, and we were good to go. So that was the most exciting highlight of the day. I'm glad that we were able to catch that fish. And then we snagged that third one on the belly. So it's like 2.5 fish for the day, which is a good day in my books because these fish are wild trout. They're not your regular stocked trout. So these fish are much smarter. And as you can see, this water is like crystal clear. You can see the bottom in like 8 feet of water easily. So yeah, this water is super clear. It's hard to fool these fish. So I'm glad we were able to catch a couple today. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of the Ville Outdoors.